Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Felicity here, and today this video is a 2-month tarot forecast for you. And so now you pick one deck, and then I will use the deck that you choose to forecast the month of September and October for you. So this is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. So this is deck number 1, and then deck number 2, and deck number 3. Okay, so I hope you have made a decision. Now let's start with deck number 1. Okay, so this is a tarot forecast for those of you who have chosen deck number 1. Let's look at September first. Let's see what kind of spiritual message that the universe would like you to know. We focus on the spiritual message first, and let's see what is in store for you for the month of September. Okay, let's see. September energy, September spiritual message for those of you who have chosen deck number 1. Okay, let me zoom in. I hope that you can see clearly. Okay. It seems that there may be some kind of choices that you need to make, and both choices are your favorite choice. Like you would like to have both. I feel like just when you or the other person would like to leave a situation, and it's like once you make a choice, then you would like to leave other choices. I feel like when you would like to choose something and then someone is trying to stop you from choosing. This is how I strongly feel from this spread. Yes, you are concerned about the choices that you make, and you seems to not able to let go of both choices. And I feel like some of you will have these both choices at hand. Like you feel like instead of choosing, you would like to have do these two choices. And some of you, it concerns about family. Like okay, when you're about to leave a situation, someone is going to present a choice or present something to you to stop you from leaving a situation. And at the end, it feels like you are going to stay, alright? You're going to stay. Okay, because you know, you yourself is not you yourself are not ready to leave the situation. That's why when someone present you with a choice, present you with something, then you just turn around. I feel like there must be some kind of exchange, like okay, you give out something, then you get something back, like a trade, like something that is like a trade. Some of you are thinking about, maybe you would like to take the next step to really go to the spiritual understanding of love, but I feel like at the end you feel like you are being dragged down to the mundane level of the understanding of love. Some of you are feeling like, okay, because you have a family, you have children, you have family, then you feel like you are being stuck. But actually, sometimes you can take a balance between the mundane things and your own spiritual thing. Just because you have family, just because you have children, doesn't mean that those things are going to stop you from your own understanding of love, your own understanding of your spirituality. I feel like some of you, if you have family, you have children to take care of, this universe is asking you to sometimes take some time out, like take a break from your family, from the children, in order to have a conversation with your soul, have a conversation with universe, or if you have religion, to have a conversation with God. And in this way, when you have some time alone with yourself, then you have time to digest with what you have learned from your children, what you have learned from your family. Then you reflect back to you reflect yourself, your role in your reality. Then you will understand what is love for your family, for your children, and you will understand through your unconditional love, through your unconditional love for your children, for your family, you somehow will understand the universal unconditional love. So do not think that your children, your family will stop you from understanding the spiritual side of yourself. Some of you feel like when someone presents you with an opportunity, it's like a devil temptation, something like that. I feel like some of you are able to step away from temptation. Sometimes when temptation presents itself to you, it's actually the universe or your soul testing you about the understanding of different kind of love. There are some kind of love that it's the mundane level. It will satisfy you in a physical level, but then it may not satisfy you in the emotional level. And when you understand that, when you understand that when you take the temptation, there may be some kind of mental exhaustion, because sometimes once you take the temptation, actually you will create more trouble will follow you. And it will also disturb your emotional stability. So I see that some of you, even though you do not want to let go of the temptation, you want to have physical pleasure, and finally you understand that those kind of satisfaction from the physical may not fulfill your emotional need. So some of you are running away from the temptation and try to find a relationship that fulfill your emotional need. And some of you are starting to understand that once you fulfill the emotional need, actually the physical need will follow. And some of you are having a struggle between the physical and the emotion and the spiritual level. You feel that you may not have it all, but actually the universe is telling you that once you understand your emotional need is fulfilled, then followed by physical need, then you will somehow understand the spiritual love. You don't need to have this struggle. So it's like you understand some of you are becoming more and more mature. You understand to let go of the physical pleasure and to seek something that is emotional fulfilling. And finally, you do not need to struggle between the two choices. You understand you do not need to struggle between the physical need and the emotional need. Actually, you can have both once you understand where to start. It's by starting to step away from the temptation to seek something that is emotional fulfilling, then the physical need will be fulfilled as well. And then because you step away from the temptation, from the physical temptation, and you will start to understand the higher level of love, and then you will find all the fulfillment in just one, like, because all those kind of fulfillment is within you. It's within you. You just need to understand that, to realize that. And so once you understand this kind of logic, and once you step away from the physical temptation, you understand the logic of how the thing works, and you understand, okay, actually emotional fulfillment comes first, and then the physical fulfillment will follow. And then when you understand there's no need to struggle, then you feel that all is within you. The physical pleasure is within you, emotional fulfillment is within you, spiritual understanding of love is within you. You just need to discover it all. Then you will understand, okay, having a family, settling down, or your children is not the people that stop you from your understanding of spiritual love. Actually, it's our own struggle of things, our own misunderstanding of the spirituality that stop us from the understanding of conditional love. Actually, it's not about others trying to control us sometimes. It's about us trying to run away from something, that kind of things that control us. Actually, when you think that other people are trying to control you, actually you are trying to control the situation as well. Because you can see that, this person who is offering, you can see this person as someone who is manipulative or controlling, but at the same time, the winner is trying to control the situation as well, okay? Because you feel like once you accept the offer, you are losing the control, you are losing the battle. But it feels like you also try to control the situation by running away the situation. You feel like when you run away from something or from someone, you gain control. But actually, both parties is trying to control something. Okay? But once you connect with your own soul, once you understand your own situation, once you understand, both parties are trying to control, and when you let go of the control and you understand, it's quite silly to try to control. Okay? Now let's see the October message for you. Let's see. Those of you who have chosen deck number 1, let's see what is in store for those of you who have chosen Deck number 1. October message. Okay, October. Okay, in October, some of you may, feeling a little bit of emotional. Okay. You are thinking about the past. It also concerned about the choices that you make. Okay, I see that some of you are married, and some of you are thinking about the past. Okay, about the past opportunity that you let go of. And some of you are thinking about like, okay, have I made a mistake by choosing this one and let go of the other one? And you are wondering if you are really emotional fulfilled in this relationship. Yes, a lot of you feels like, okay, it's quite secure, you have like a financial security, you have emotional security by staying in this relationship. But some of you are wondering whether you are missing something by letting go of the other person. Like, okay, you make a choice, you make a decision to be with this person, maybe you form a family with this person, you have financial security, you have emotional security. But then some of you are quite nostalgic, some of you are quite emotional, some of you are thinking about the past. You're thinking about the past opportunity that you let go of because you have made a choice, because you choose this person over the other person, you choose this opportunity over another opportunity. It feels like your partner knows that you are thinking about the past. Maybe both you and your partner thinks about the past. I feel like there are a lot of gentleness in this. So this month, October, is for you to understand your own emotions. I feel like your partner is trying to fulfill a lot of needs, okay? If you have a family, then I feel like your partner is giving you a lot of healthy promises. Like your partner is full of joy, full of resources to offer you. And your partner is someone who keeps promises, who is able to run the family really well. And this partner is also take time for herself or himself to beautify herself or himself. So you have to ask yourself why you feel like you are missing something or someone. There are a lot of reflections for you to do, both you and your partner maybe. The reflection of the emotions as well. Okay, it feels like if you are the one who is always taking in the relationship, it's time to think about something to offer. Maybe you need to offer your emotions, your emotional support to your partner. It feels like you need to offer emotional support to your partner, and and your partner give you something that is very solid. Or if you're someone who is getting emotional support, then this month in October you need to find something to offer, like in the solid thing, like you need to do something very solid. Maybe it concerns about finance. Okay, if you get emotional support from your partner, try to do something concerning finance to give back to your partner. Okay. I feel like if you work on it, you will be able to, you will find a solution for both of you. Okay. Do a little bit of reflection. You need to talk about your feelings to your partner as well. Okay. Or if there's something that you need to communicate with your partner. Because if you don't communicate how you feel to your partner will just keep offering something, okay? Because he or she does not know what you need if you do not communicate. So, okay, this partner keeps doing what he thinks you need or what she thinks you need. This partner keeps offering something that he thinks or she thinks that you need, or maybe you don't need these things that he or she offers. You need to communicate to your partner. There are a lot of emotional reflection as well. Okay, you need to like exchange, like there needs to be some kind of emotional exchange as well. Okay, you can work on it. I see that. So this is the advice for you, for those of you who have picked deck number 1. So thank you for watching. Okay, now let's look at deck number 2, and for those of you who have chosen deck number 2, let's look at the September energy and spiritual message for you. Let's see what's universe message for you for the month of September. Deck number 2, September energy and spiritual message. Okay, let's see. September. Okay, I see that there may be some kind of communication, and communication between the Queen of Wands and the King of Chalices. So there may be some kind of mixture of emotions and the fiery energy. Maybe a new project is coming in. I feel like it concerns about work, alright? It concerns about work. So maybe there's a project coming in for you, start in September and in Christmas, during Christmas time or in December. Then you implement this project. Okay, so before Christmas, before December, you are in the communication process, like talks about what you would like to create for Christmas or what you would like to create in December. I feel like it concerns work, maybe party or organizing a party, or if you work in public relations, then it's about public relations, a project related to public relations. So you will have a chance to, if you are the Queen of Wands, like you are a very creative person, then you will have a chance to work with the King of Chalices, the Queen of Cups, to talk about the project. And there may be a lot of communications, concerns about work. And you are very firm in your decision. You're very firm in your decision. Alright? And the card asks you to be flexible. Because you see that here, this is Ace of Swords, and there's a mouse here. The mouse signifies flexibility. Alright? It's also about quickness, swiftness. So maybe during the communication process concerning about this project that is going to be implemented in Christmas time or in December, then during the communication process, you need to be flexible. Like, okay, maybe there's some kind of changes coming in the later month. Because even though a lot of things has been said, like, okay, a lot of things have been confirmed, and you are certain about the decision, you are certain about the direction that you are going to take on, and after some kind of communications, then there may be some kind of changes that require you to be flexible. Alright, so you work on it. It feels like clients' happiness is one of the most important things. So take time to communicate with your clients and be flexible about things. I feel like you will have a good time with your colleagues as well. Maybe you work as a team. Okay, you work with your colleague as a team to handle the client's request. You may be in charge of this whole team. Okay, some of you work with two people. One is the Queen of Wands, who is very creative, who is very firm in his or her decision. Another one is King of Chalices, King of Cups, who really knows how to have a good time and how to gather a group of people to feel joy in the working process. And there may be a party going on in December or in Christmas time. Okay? And some of you need to take care of both the creative process, the creativity side, and also the emotional side. Sometimes you know that your creative energy, your creativity needs to be respected, but sometimes, you know, the card asks you to be flexible, to tailor to your client's needs. Emotional fulfillment, okay? Because clients' emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, it's one of the important things for your work success. Even though, you know, you need to make some changes to adapt to your client's emotional satisfaction, it doesn't mean that they do not respect your creativity. They respect your creativity, so they ask you to do this project. But sometimes it is because it is their gathering, it is because it's their party, okay? So you need to tailor to their own emotional satisfaction. So do not be too firm, even though you are very creative, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. So try to be flexible. It doesn't mean that your clients do not respect your creativity. They do, okay? Also listen to others as well. Listen to your colleagues as well. It takes a team to be successful. Okay. So it's very good energy for you in September. So in September, you start to communicate, and then maybe some of you have some kind of new idea coming in. This kind of new idea, if you would like to succeed in this new idea, it takes a team. Alright, so let's see what October have in store for you. Okay, let's see the October energy. For the people who have chosen deck number 2, October energy. Let's see the October energy. Let's see the spiritual message. October energy. For the people who have chosen deck number 2. Okay, deck number 2. Okay, it's about partnership. Knight of Wands. Nature, it means equivalent to the Rider-Waite's Devil, and Two of Chalices. Okay, so in October, once you communicate with others, you start doing something. You start going where you would like to go. Some of you are visiting the past. This can mean that you visit the places that you live in the past. Some of you have some kind of physical travel to do. Okay. Physical travel, it can mean emotional travel to the past. And because September, you understand where you need to go, what you need to do. And in October, some of you start some kind of physical travel, some of you start some kind of emotional travel. Some of you travel back to the past emotionally. Some of you physically travel to the past. Some of you are leaving a situation. Okay? Why some of you leave a situation? Because you understand that some kind of trap, like if you always follow what your partner is telling you to do, it's like a trap. So some of you are leaving a situation because you would like to leave this kind of hurtful situation. Okay. It feels like some of your partner, some of you, if you have a partner, this partner try to remove some kind of things that are not very healthy for your relationship. Maybe because after the revisit of the past emotional events, this partner finally understands that what he or she is doing is hurting this relationship. So your partner is trying to remove this kind of hurtful situation. Or if you are pregnant, or if you have a family, you have children together, then your partner may try to remove this kind of hurtful things. Some of you are being taken care of. Maybe in the past your partner is not doing enough to help you, to support you, or to support the children. Then in this month, after some kind of communication, your partner starts to do something to fix the situation so that you and the children can feel more comfortable. There may be some kind of removal of the obsession of some kind of unhealthiness. Okay. I feel like there may be some kind of healthy emotional exchange going on. it required both of you to talk about your feelings, emotions, what you need from each other, what kind of help you need from each other, so that you can run a family smoothly. And by observation, by observing what kind of actions that your partner is taking, you understand that both of you have some kind of emotional support for each other, and both of you have some kind of emotional exchange for each other. Another message, another layer of the card's meaning is that if someone is setting up a trap, then you are bound to find out in this month, in October. So you do not need to worry about not knowing some kind of hidden agenda. If this person is doing some kind of hidden agenda, they are bound to be found out, okay? And then, once you find out this kind of secrecy, you can choose whether you leave this kind of situation, or you can choose to try to give your emotional support and then try to solve these issues together. There may be some kind of weaknesses going on. If both of you try to solve your emotional issues, and there may be some kind of promises made, and someone is going to witness both of you to work on this issue. Maybe one of you try to leave a situation, another of you try to fix the situation. And if both of you try to fix this issue, to work on this issue, there may be a party witnessing both of you working on your emotions, working on your issues. Some of you are leaving a city area. If you live in the city, then some of you are going to the countryside to live for a while, so that you understand your own direction in life. And then when you come back, and both you and your partner, actually you work on your issue, both of you try to work on your own emotional or some kind of issue. If the issue is about stubbornness, then you need to work on your stubbornness. I see that someone is trying to win. Like if there is an argument going on, if there's a decision that needs to be made, and one of you always try to get the upper hand, always trying to win. And this may cause a little bit of issues in the relationship. Because if one of the party always win over the other, then the other person may not feel so well. Because this person may feel like he or she is losing control, like everything is about the other person, and then this person is feeling neglected. So if you're in a partnership, if you are in a relationship, then try to listen to your partner as well. Do not always win in a situation. Do not always try to get the upper hand in a situation. Try to let the other person win as well. After all, this is a partnership. This is not a competition. Okay? Try not to place a trap, like do not promise something just so that you can trap the other person. Because if you would like to trap the other person is by making a promise, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work this way. How to work on the situation is by having a mutual understanding of both needs. having a mutual understanding of the situation, having a mutual understanding of each other person's character flaws, and work on it. Both of you need support of each other. Alright? It's not the end. Both you and your partner have some kind of guidance going on. I see that some of you, if you're in a relationship, some of you really likes the freedom, okay? Another party, your partner, really likes family gathering, like to have a stable family, like always would like to stay at home, because family life is very important to this person, okay? So if you want freedom, then you can have certain type of freedom, of course, but sometimes too much freedom can cause some kind of issues in the family. So I see that some of you, when you have family, you are in a relationship, then you would like to get away so that you have a little bit of freedom. But your partner, the other person in the relationship, really likes family life. This person likes to stay at home, to stay in a family. This person likes to be nurtured. So you work on this issue, okay? Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope that you get the advice and the message that you need in order to work on the things that you need to work on now. Let me take a break and then move on to deck number 3. Okay, now for deck number 3, for those of you who have chosen deck number 3, let's see the September energy for you and look at what is in store for you and the spiritual message for you who have chosen deck number 3. And what's in store for you for the month of September? Spiritual message, September main energy, what you need to know, concerns about your life. Okay, now let's see. September energy for those of you who have chosen deck number 3. Okay, so right away I see that some of you are worried about the situation, concerns about law, concerns about a lawsuit, okay? It also concerns about some kind of contract as well, because okay, some of you may fighting for the custody of your children, maybe some of you are working on a divorce situation, okay? If it is not a divorce situation, not some kind of custody, then some of you are working on the law, okay? It concerns about the court, some kind of court case or some kind of law situation, okay? And it feels like, okay, you want some kind of movement. It feels like the world is moving, but your situation is not moving. The the events, the environment, some kind of outside force is working, but what is happening to you is not moving. Maybe you are trying to see whether there may be some kind of change. It concerns about big change. This is very, very big change for those of you who have chosen deck number 3. Because why I say that, 2 major arcana is here. One is the Wheel of Fortune, another one is justice. Justice is here. Okay, it can concerns about law, about a court case. It can also about some kind of contract. Okay, maybe there may be some kind of the change of contract. Maybe you sign a contract, then in the month of September, you see there's a change in the contract that you signed, and it causes you a lot of mental disturbance. Even though you are taking a break, even though you are trying to rest, you are still dreaming about this court case. You are still dreaming about whether the situation will move or will work in your favor or not. Okay, what I'm seeing is that if you are thinking that you're winning, then it feels like at the end of September, there may be some kind of change to this situation that creates some kind of emotional disturbance. If you are thinking you are losing, then the situation will go the other way, like you will have a surprise ending. I would like to add more card to the September energy. Okay, just to be clear. Okay, you will get the answer, get some kind of solution in winter time. Maybe in the fall, like this card, it signifies some kind of danger, but this card, when it comes to timing, it means about the harvest time. The time concerns about harvest. Okay, it can mean autumn, it can mean towards the beginning of winter time. You will find some kind of solution. This card is the judgment card. Okay, any kind of decision will be made later in the month of maybe beginning of winter, maybe in the month of fall. Yes. Why at the beginning I said it concerns about family? Because 10 of Pentacles, it concerns about family matter. Some of you are working on the court case, children's custody, maybe divorce case. It concerns about family. Or maybe it's about inheritance, like you inherit something from your ancestor, from your family member who has passed away. Maybe someone is trying to, go to the court to against you to get some part of this inheritance. Okay, because the Wheel of Fortune is about, fortune is about finance. The financial inheritance. Someone is trying to get some part of it from the inheritance, and the court will have a decision later. And I feel like it's about working on a mutual understanding, mutual agreement, rather than I will keep going to the courts to file this, to get the lawyer to fix it. Okay, at the end I feel like both parties will have a lawyer to settle a mutual agreement, rather than keep going on the battle on the at the courts. All right, so you have a mutual agreement set up by both parties' lawyers. I feel like it will come out quite balance, like both of you will have a same direction to go. Both of you will agree on a very good solution. You work on a very mutual understanding, mutual solution. There may be a balance of the inheritance, of the sharing as well. So it's not like, okay, one is gaining better and then the other part. I feel like it's quite balanced. I feel like this agreement, this kind of solution will work on favor on both parties. Alright? This kind of mutual agreement needs to be honest, comes to the light, to be very honest, alright? If there are some kind of things that is not very clear, then it's not going to work out. So both parties try to be very honest, like try to be very visible, transparency. There may be some kind of transparency going on. Okay, now let's see October energy for you. October energy for the people who have chosen deck number 3. Let's see. We know what is going on in September, and let's see the October energy. October energy. What kind of spiritual message for the people who have chosen deck number 3? Deck number 3. Okay, I see that it's quite good. 6 of Cups, the Sun, and 6 of Swords. So after working on the issue in September, in October, I see that some of you are going to meet your children or meet your childhood friend, and you will have a really good talk about your life, what is happening, what is going on in your life. And if you are separate from your partner, you will have a very intimate meeting to talk about your children, to talk about the past as well. And there's a bridging going on, okay? So there's a bridge for you to cross. Like once you establish this bridge, then you work on your emotions. And I feel like some of you at the at the retirement year, and you're going to look at the past. Maybe some of you are going to meet, your first love that you met when you were very young. And then you have like a gathering, like some kind of intimate conversation to talk about the emotions. I feel like there's some kind of mutual understanding, mutual forgiveness going on. And then both of you move on from the situation. Okay? If you have a childhood friend, then even though you grow up to a certain age and then you meet at this stage of your life, it feels like you still have a lot to talk about. Like there's some kind of mutual understanding of each other's emotions, like there's some kind of conversation that goes on. And it's very balanced. Both of you, especially your mental process, it's quite balanced, like both of you understand each other. It's very, very balanced. And the card asks you to be not to be too emotional. I feel like some of you are very emotional, and then when you are too emotional, then you are not able to move forward. You are not able to travel freely. Like the card asks you to travel in life freely, not to be burdened by the emotional things. Even though you catch up, there's some kind of catching up to do with the friends, that you know from your childhood. If you're too emotional, then you are being drowned by your emotions instead of thinking clearly. The card asks you to think clearly. Both of you, like, I see that both of you calm down. Maybe some of you discuss about your children. Some of you discuss about the things, the events that happen to you too in the past. There may be some kind of a lot of nostalgic going on. And you know what? The conversation still goes on and on. That means that both of your mentality, the mental level, it's the same. Like you can establish a conversation very easily. So the card asks you not to be too emotional. To let go any kind of emotional upset from the past. Both of you are still the same to each other. Okay, the card asks you to let go of the emotional burden of the past so that you can travel freely. If it is time to say goodbye, then say goodbye. Maybe one day you will meet again. It's some kind of like I see you when I see you, this kind of situation for some of you. Not to be drawn by your emotions. Sometimes use your logic as well. If you know, some of you are meeting someone, both of you are heartbroken. You talk about the things that upset you, you talk about, you know, some kind of heartbroken story. I would like to draw more cards for this. See. You know, one of you have some kind of solution to things, but another of you are very stubborn. You turn away from things. You put a rest. I feel like, you know, one of you try to solve something, to give the answer. One of you have the answer. And another of you try to turn away from the things that you need to do. I feel like you know the answer already. One of you have the solution, have the answer. Another of you like, you know, turning away. Okay. It feels like one of you or some of you need to work on the issues about, you know, gathering. Like if you're in a relationship, then you or your partner, just one of you in a relationship, like if you're in a relationship, one of you in a relationship always turn away from the crowd, like always want some kind of quiet time, quiet moment, just the two of you. And the other partner tries to be in a public eye, like go to a family gathering, go to see a group of friends together, not just always doing things, doing the activity that require just the two of you. So this is the answer. So if you always would like to have some kind of private intimacy activity for just the two of you, if you're in a relationship, then the card asks you to organize some kind of group activity. A couple in a group activity can do so much. So there may be some kind of balance going on. Some of you are thinking about too late. But then you will find your answers, even though it is too late, or even though there's some kind of delay. Okay? So what kind of situation is going on? Okay, faith. The card asks you to have faith. The card asks you to tap into your pure feminine energy. You have the answer already because you have strong intuition. And sometimes if you hold on to too much about your intuition or emotions, this kind of emotion, this kind of intuition will cut you. So even though you have the answer to a solution, do not always hold on to it. Like you have the answer, you have the faith. You just sometimes mind your own business, like work on your own. Alright? When you need to face the public, you face the public. But of course, you need to take some time. There may be some kind of healing need to be done. You have the answer, you have the intuitive answer, you have the solution, but if you hold on tight to the answer that your intuition is giving you, then it can actually hurt you. Sometimes let go of your stubbornness, not to try to so stubborn, not okay, and tap into your pure feminine intuitive energy. Okay, so the card asks you to have faith, to tap into your pure feminine energy. You will find the answer. At the same time, do not hold on to this intuitive energy, hold on too tight. It will hurt you, it will cut you. Try to take some rest. Even though there may be some kind of delay, do not be bothered, do not be annoyed by this delay. The card also asks you to face the public. Sometimes you need courage to face the public. I see there's some kind of delay going on because this is the night going on. You need to take some rest as well. Maybe this is a mental rest. Okay. Okay, so this is the message that you need to get. I hope that everyone is going to have a very beautiful and calm September and October. See you in the next video. Bye bye.